Anong latest po mga kababayan? Eto, kung Bini, Abante. Nako, huling-huli kanina sa kamera mga kabayan na nagsusuot pala to talaga ng mamahaling relo. Pambihira kabayan, milyong relo. Hoy! Grabe talaga kabayan, no? Fineflex talaga ni Bishop Kong Bini. AKA hindi nanalo Abante mga kababayan. Pambihira, di po ba? Eto, tingnan natin yung reaksyon dito ni Busdada TV mga kababayan ha. Busda. Hmm,
Ito ang
Panatan
kahipokritohan ng mga nasa Congress.
kahit
Tingnan nyo naman. Congressman Benny Abante, yung isang relo niya, 32 million, 12 to 32 million. Yung isa naman ay nasa 18 million. Ngayon, kaya bang ipaliwanag nitong congressman na talunan na ito? Talo ito sa kanyang distrito, dyan sa District 6 ng Maynila.
Tama ka Busda dyan.
Kaya ba niyang i-justify saan galing itong mga mamahalin niyang mga relos? 300,000 lang po ang sweldo ng congressman. Paano niya ma-afford ito? 'Di ba? So usaping salin, afford ba ng isang congressman Benny Abante
Pambihira.
ang magkaroon ng ganitong karangyang buhay? Sinisilip natin yung 125 million na ginastos di umano sa 11 araw, pero yung mga nag-iimbestiga, makikita nyo naman, namumuhay ng sobrang rangya. Nasaan ang hustisya dyan, mga kababayan? Kayo na ang humusga.
Pambihira. Talagang mapapatanong nalong ka na lang kabayan na nasaan talaga ang hustisya, di po ba? Mantakin mo, kabayan. Di ba? Sila pa yung may ganang humusga doon sa pinagsasabi ng magigiting na Marines mga kababayan na sinungaling daw. Sila. Di ba? Tapos sila ngayon, eto, Kong Benny. Pambihira. Tapos may, ano pa mga kababayan, mahilig to kasing mag-flex itong si Kong Bini. Di ba? Kita rin natin sa, nung nakaraang taon mga kababayan, na may fine-flex din tong sasakyan, ata, di ba? Pambihira, no, kabayan? Mukhang nakatanggap talaga tong mga leta. Kong? Sure naman dyan. Di ba, kabayan? Kagaya nitong si Rimulya, mga kababayan. Huling-huli din sa akto itong si Boyeng kabayan na nagsisinungaling. Tapos ngayon, umamin na. Tapos yung isa, si Trililing, mga kababayan, ay, naku po, tila, nabulilyaso na kabayan. Di ba? Sinabi niya noon na we did not assist the ICC. We never had contact with them. The investigation that they conducted was through their own methods and we did not in any way assist them. Tapos ngayon mga kababayan, anya, totoo yan, nakipag-usap ako kay Trillanes. Pinakilala niya sa akin yung ICC. Yung dalawang personnel ng ICC. Kasi nga, meron kaming usapan na ang testigo ay dapat protektahan. Putot nyo. Diba? Kasi mga Pilipino ang mga testigo na to Ang bihira kabayan, di po ba? Ano ba talaga? Diba? Kasi itong mga to mga kababayan dahil sa, di ba, yung sinabi ni Atty. Kaufman na may hawak siyang ebidensya mga kabayan. Eto na yun. Kaya itong si Remulla, dali-daling umamin kabayan. Bistado. Di po ba? At eto pa mga kababayan, panoorin natin kung paano nabuking itong si Tililing mga kababayan. Dati tong abogado na nagsampa ng kaso kay Duterte sa ICC ata mga kababayan. Pero ngayon, sa kasamang palad ay wala na to. Itong nasa gitna mga kababayan. Pero pakinggan pa rin natin.
I'm acting in the interest of justice. And I hope that Prosecutor Bensoda will realize that that case, directed by Senator Trillanes, Senator De Lima, and Father Alejo, and the rest of them, is purely part of politics. They invented videos, they invented lists, accusing many people, including the family of the president. I'm only saying that that case is no longer in the interest of justice, and I'm acting in the interest of justice. And I hope that Prosecutor Bensoda will realize that that case, directed by Senator Trillanes, Senator De Lima, and Father Alejo, and the rest of them, is purely part of politics. They invented videos, they invented lists, accusing many people, including the family of the president. I'm only saying
Pambihira mga kababayan. Utot mo, Trililern. Pambihira kababayan, no? Talagang political ano lang kabayan, di po ba? Tapos andyan pa pala si Larry Gadon mga kababayan, no? Di po ba? Ano kayang masasabi niya dito mga kababayan? Hoy mga bupo! Di ba mga kabayan? Andyan pa si Larry Gadon. Talagang nagbubulag-bulagan lang siya ngayon, kabayan. Di po ba? Ang bihira talaga, oh. Kaya pala, ito yung sinasabi ni Boss Jojo de Guzman, kabayan, no, na, di ba, kung buhay pa sana to at tumistigo kay Tatay Digong, ay panigurado. Absuelto kaagad si Tatay Digong, mga kababayan. Ang bihira.
Mga kababayan, the truth will always prevail. In this video, let us watch together ano yung sinabi ni then Department of Justice Secretary Boying Rimulya and now Ombudsman with respect sa sort of cooperation nila together with Trillanes and the ICC with respect to the situation of the Philippines and ICC.
Mr. Trillanes kasi is a go-between between the DOJ and the ICC. Because we have not signified our intention to rejoin the ICC. And we just have a working relationship that is not even just at arm's length, but a cautious working relationship.
Oh, ayan ha, established na yan. Sinabi niya before in a press conference na si Mr. Antonio Trillanes is the go-to person between ICC. Kaya, sort of, meron daw cautious working relationship. So, pakinggan naman natin ang sinabi niya recently lang in an interview.
Kay Senator Trillanes, General Nick Torre, para daw po with the ICC investigators. Totoo po ba yun? Sa bahay niyo raw po sa Bel Air, Makati.
Totoo yun. May pag-usap ako sa Trillanes, pinakilala niya sa akin yung ICC, yung ibang dalawang personal na ICC. Kasi nga, meron kami usapan na ang testigo dapat protektahan. Yung testigo na ICC. Since we're in the DOJ, kinakailangan gawin namin yun. Mga Pilipino kasi mga testigong to.
Kasi sir, ang sinabi daw po is hindi na daw po makikipag-ugnayan ang Pilipinas sa ICC.
Tagal na yun. Nagbago na lahat eh. Nagbago na lahat. Alam naman natin yun.
Oh, ayan ha. In one interview, sinabi niya, cautious working relationship with Trillanes in relation to ICC. But now, in the recent interview, sinabi niya, yes, nakipagpulong kami, nagmeeting kami sa loob mismo ng bahay ko, together with General Torre, Antonio Trillanes, ICC investigators, ganito, ganyan, blah, blah, blah. Paano na ba yung posisyon ng ating presidente na si Bongbong Marcos? Sinabi niya, we are not going to work in any way, shape, or form or collaborate with the ICC kasi nga wala silang jurisdiction over us kasi we are no longer a member state. Our judiciary is perfectly working. We are not at war, ganito, ganyan. Maraming sinabi ang Pangulo in relation to that. But, sinabi din ni Ombudsman Rimulya na matagal na yon. Nagbago ng lahat, alam naman natin yun. So sino ang nag-decide na nagbago? Are you saying that the president has changed his position in that regard without any pronouncement? Or meron bang directives to change the position? O kayo-kayo na lang mag-decide. Are you saying that he is not the president calling the shots? Is this that sort of admission sa mga nangyayari sa bansa? Mahuhuli at mahuhuli talaga ang mga nagsisinungaling. One day, everything will be revealed to the public, and one by one, we will be able to identify sino talaga ang nag-coordinate collectively to surrender a former head of state, the most beloved, supported, the greatest president, former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
At eto na nga po mga kababayan, Miss Kitty Duterte ay nasa The Hague, Netherlands na po para bisitahin ang kanyang ama na walang iba kundi si Makulong Duterte mga kababayan. Ito, pakinggan natin si Miss Kitty Duterte, kabayan.
Veronica Kitty Duterte, welcome back to the Netherlands. How are you today?
It's nice to see you. I'm okay.
It's nice to see you too, Kit. Kit, you just finished your visit to your father. How is our former president generally? In general, rather, sorry.
Well, actually, no. I think you know why I'm wearing shades. Because like I always say, the first visit is always the hardest. I usually wait at the corridor mismo. So, I waited for him there. Nung narinig ko kaagad yung ano ng pinto, tumakbo ako. He was okay, but at first I noticed that he had drier lips and skin than usual. That's why I imposed a rule today, kada inom siya ng Coke, dapat may few sips of water. And then eventually, after he finished about, say, 3 cups of water, nag-okay naman. Natakot kasi ako kasi medyo mapula yung mata niya. So sabi ko baka dry. And he just needs hydration. So, ayun.
How long has it been, Kit?
My last visit was around January. I don't remember the exact days. Basta around that time.
But was your father very excited to see you and welcome you as well?
Yes, of course. Actually, may kasalanan ako ulit, na late ako. Well, to be fair, I just arrived this morning, which makes it very hectic for me. May jet lag pa ako. I overslept a bit, but nakasunod naman ako. And balita ko, I asked the guard, obviously, na kung kumain na siya. Sabi niya, wala daw, kasi 1:30 exactly siya naghintay. Sabi ko, hala. So, kaya medyo madami siyang nakain during the visit. Yung pancake na gusto niya. And ayun.
Kit, let's go to Davao. It's going to celebrate the
Araw ng
Araw ng Davao,
Davao.
89th, I believe. You're not going to be there during the celebration.
I will be there, pero secret lang yung date.
Okay.
I will be there because I have a few friends organizing some events and I just want to show my support. Siyempre,
Okay.
I'm proud of where I come from.
Do you have a message to the Davaoenos in relation to the celebration?
Sa mga Davaoenos, magkita-kita ta diha and happy araw ng Davao. Maupod ng greeting ni Tatay Digong. Happy araw ng Davao. Nakita niya ang murag pa light show nila sa City Hall. He was very happy about it. And sabi niya, he's very proud to be a Davaoeno. And he would not want any other lineage except being a Filipino daw.
Kit, just a little bit political. Were you able to follow the confirmation of charges hearing?
Actually, no. I'll be honest, hindi namin kaya manood. I think it's the same for the four of us and for my mother. We don't really watch the mismo because hindi namin kaya, honestly. It's hard for us. But of course, we do keep in touch with the legal team and just to see the progress.
With respect to the waiver, Kit, signed by your father, we're not attending the hearing. Sinabi niya doon na kaninyo ako magpabiling sulugoon. What do you have to say to that point of view of your father, even though he's already been incarcerated for almost a year now, but he remains faithful?
Always the same. Always the same. Ana gyud siya. He rarely ever calls himself politician. Di magaling na magpatawag ng presidente sa una during his time. Ang favorite niya na ginatawag sa iya is mayor yun. So, he's the same, always the same. He calls himself public servant instead of politician or
Okay.
whatever he is.
No problem. Kit, just to conclude this interview, no? Just a quick interview. Do you have a message to those individuals who still continue attacking your family up until now? May it be through different means or platform.
Eto, maganda to mga kababayan. Buti na lang na itanong ito ni Sir Alvin Antorice, mga kababayan. Tingnan natin kung ano ang rebuttal dito ni Miss Kitty Duterte, mga kababayan. Lalong-lalo na sa mga bashers dyan.
Do not, because first of all, I don't give attention, time, and effort to, the ones who aren't worth it. I've always been like this I grew up in the public eye. I've been exposed ever since, even as a teenager, if you notice. I only speak up when it comes to defending my mother, my father, my family. But at this point, it's there. VP Sara just announced that she's running for president this 2028. And in fact, ayun, napag-usapan namin ni PRRD. May sinabi siya, sabi niya, although he is beaming with pride hearing that, he also feels for her talaga. Because he said na parang no amount of adulation and honor could ever compensate for the misery and agony daw of being president. Sabi niya, look at me now. Sabi niya, ito yung trono ko, like pertaining to the chair beside him na yung
But just a quick follow-up on that. What's your reaction to your sister, Vice President Sara Duterte, when she announced to run for presidency?
All of us are very proud. We talked about that. But also, there's this fear inkling for her, of course. She has children who are bata pa. And, that makes all of us a target. But, alam namin kaya niya. Siya pa ba? Diba? Alam niyo yung ugali ni VP Sara. Mas matapang pa yun sa tatay namin. Tsaka, fighter talaga. Our papa raised us to be that way, all of us.
Any message to the Filipino people who still, up until now, we're almost reaching 1 year, message to them with respect to their unwavering love and support to your father?
So, para sa tanan, no, to every Filipino, maraming salamat sa inyo. I don't think I can show how much I appreciate the support because obviously I cannot be everywhere simultaneously. But when I run into Filipinos, when I see them, magpasalamat yun ko. Kaya in fact, during our first time here sa Hague, last year around March, ang nagpakaon sa amo, ang nagtabang sa among transportation, puro gyud OFW. I don't think the first time na ako diri, I don't think I've ever bought food for myself. So, di ba, dito man minamayat. Pero ang sa tinood lang ha, I told my father this, the love of the Filipino people for you extends to every descendant. Ana siya kaano. Kay, dako gid kaayo nga tabang ang mga Filipinos sa amoa. Even here, sample na kay Ate Janie, ang sapatos, di ba? So, daghang salamat yun to everyone. Unta magpadayon ta hantod kay Inday Sara kung unsa man ang plano sa Ginoo sa iya puhon. Daghang salamat sa inyo and we are here right with you.
Kitty, on behalf of the Filipino community in The Hague, welcome back to the Netherlands. Mabuhay ka.
Thank you, Vin. Thank you, everyone.
Nako po, mga kababayan. Hindi mapuputol itong ligasiya ng Duterte, mga kababayan, no? Di ba? Eto, Miss Kitty Duterte, kabayan, is naku po, ang galing na. Di ba? Pambihira. Noon, kabayan, nung umupo si Tatay Digong sa pagka-presidente, ay itong si Kitty ay, di ba, kitang-kita natin na, di ba? Batang-bata pa to, kabayan. Di ba? Tas ngayon, ang galing nang magsalita, mga kababayan. Pwede na. Ito, pumalit. Soon, very, very soon, mga kababayan. Pwede itong maging pangulo na naman, kabayan. Di ba? Pambira. So, naku po, iba talaga ang ligasiya ni Tatay Digong, kabayan. Di ba? Talagang tuloy-tuloy na to para sa pagbabago ng ating bansang Pilipinas, mga kababayan. Di ba? Kasi may isa na namang hinubog ng panahon to, si Katie Duterte, mga kababayan. Pambihira, kabayan, no? Ang galing magsalita. Walang script yan, ha, kabayan? Talagang manang-mana talaga sa kanilang ama na si Tatay Digong Duterte. Di po ba? At buti na lang, kabayan, no, na si Tatay Digong ay medyo okay pa siya, kabayan. Di po ba? Ay, salamat naman, kabayan. Di ba? Kasi nag-worry na tayo sa kanyang kalusugan. Di po ba? Lalong-lalo na. Di ba? Halos magwa 1 year na po siya dyan sa dahig. Biruin mo yan, kabayan.